The next thing is the block and delete button works wonders. Like, you guys, thank you Apple, thank you every platform that has developed a block and delete button. When I tell you I will block someone before I ever think about arguing with them. How do you deal with haters? You don't. I don't deal with them. I don't deal with haters. I don't deal with people who don't like me. I don't deal with people who have a problem with me. I don't deal with people who don't like the way I talk, don't like the way I walk, don't like my existence. Like, I don't deal with people who dislike me. I don't deal with people who show me repeatedly that they don't like me. I don't deal with people who make snarky comments or throw shade on the low or do slimy, grimy things to me on the low that you have to keep your guard up. Like, there are some women who don't even like you who will try to be friends with you. There are some girls who don't like you who will stalk your very existence, stalk your Instagram, stalk your YouTube, stalk your platforms, Google you, do everything necessary and try to be your friend when in reality they dislike you and they hate you with their soul. And you don't know that because you don't know how to keep your guard up. The next thing is I don't give second chances. That's another way that I deal with haters. The biggest reason why a lot of women can't even realize if their friend is a low-key hater is because a lot of women talk too much. They don't listen enough to what people are saying. When you don't listen enough to what people are saying, you can't catch certain things. But if you just learned and took the opportunity to be quiet and took the opportunity to listen to what people are saying to you, you'll be able to connect the dots. Hello you guys, welcome back to Moments with Mel. If you have not liked or subscribed, go ahead and like and subscribe. And don't forget to leave a comment. Also visit itsmomentswithmel.com to book your girl chats for a chance to have a personal conversation with me about whatever it is in your life that you may be going through. So, this video is going to be about dealing with haters. The main reason why I wanted to make a video that talks about dealing with haters is because once my video blew up on TikTok, I don't know if you guys have ever seen that video or if you guys have seen my TikTok. My TikTok is Moments with Mel. I did have a video that like went viral. I had a lot of people stitch it, and the reason why I'm making this video is because I actually got a lot of hate from many men and also many women in this video and I think that what makes it even worse is that people would literally stitch me and like have me talking side by side to them, and when my video was over they would completely like try to tear me to shreds. I never responded to anyone, thank God, but I'm like, okay, I definitely need to make a video on dealing with haters, dealing with hate, dealing with people that don't like you for stupid reasons, people who don't like you but don't even know you. It's important to know these tips. So the first thing is, how do you deal with haters? You don't. I don't deal with them. I don't deal with haters. I don't deal with people who don't like me. I don't deal with people who have a problem with me. I don't deal with people who don't like the way I talk, don't like the way I walk, don't like my existence. Like, I don't deal with people who dislike me. I don't deal with people who show me repeatedly that they don't like me. I don't deal with people who make snarky comments or throw shade on the low or do slimy, grimy things to me on the low that they wouldn't think I find out about. I don't deal with that. So the number one way to deal with hate is to not deal with that. A lot of people commented crazy things on my video, did crazy collaborations trying to tear me to shreds. I didn't respond to not one person because the number one way to deal with a hater is to not deal with a hater. The problem is a lot of you guys are still dealing with haters. You're still in friendships with people that you know don't like you. You're still entertaining shade from a guy that you know doesn't like you. Like, I'm not gonna do that. So the first step is to not deal with haters. How do you deal with haters? You don't. The second thing is I use my discernment every single time. So being a woman, we must understand that there are women who admire you so much to the point where they are jealous of you as a result of it. These same women will try to be your friend. They will try and befriend you. So if you don't have the spirit of discernment and you don't have the spirit of intuition on your life, you're going to be in a lot of trouble because this girl is going to be like, hey, let's be friends. And you're thinking it's innocent, but the whole time she has an agenda. So the other way that I deal with haters is I use my discernment every time when I'm meeting new people. I'm discerning, I'm watching, I'm picking up on social cues, I'm listening to myself like, Holy Spirit, is there anything I need to know about this person? God, is there anything you want me to look out for in this person? Can I trust this person? There are certain things that I start telling my spirit and see if my spirit is going to respond, especially when I meet new people. So I use my discernment every time. That's another way that I deal with haters, because you're not going to really deal with them if you don't allow them into your life. The next thing is I keep my guard up. Not in a bad way, but in a positive, intelligent way. You can't really go into places so open with people, hugging everybody, touching everybody, sharing your personal business with everybody. If you guys can only imagine, as a social influencer, as a YouTuber, the crazy DMs I get from women who watch this video, like, who watch this platform, like asking me, like I've had subscribers ask me for my number, like, are you on drugs? Do I look like I trust people enough to just meet with them in person or give them my personal contact information? Like, are you like stupid? Like, I'm not dumb. So it's really about keeping your guard up and not allowing people to just be intrusive into your life. I'm very careful, and I don't really allow people to invade my life or be intrusive in my life in any way. So that's the number one way that I keep my guard up. You have to keep your guard up. Like, there are some women who don't even like you who will try to be friends with you. There are some girls who don't like you who will stalk your very existence, stalk your Instagram, stalk your YouTube, stalk your platforms, Google you, do everything necessary and try to be your friend, when in reality they dislike you and they hate you with their soul. And you don't know that because you don't know how to keep your guard up. The next thing is I don't give second chances. That's another way that I deal with haters. I had this one friend where we had a falling out when I was in college, and she literally went online and on her public story, she started like talking crap about me on her public story. And then weeks later she came, she tried to send me flowers and apologize. I said, listen, like, I forgive you, but I don't want to be friends with you. You are a hater. I would never go out of my way, even if me and my friend had a disagreement, to go online and bash them. You are a hater. I told her, you don't like me. You probably have envy and jealousy towards me. And you use that as a reason to publicly humiliate me in front of mutual people we both know. So I told her, I forgive you, but I will no longer be friends with you. You are a hater in disguise. You are a lion in sheep's clothing. And I will not allow you to have any space in my life. I'm not gonna unfollow you. I'm not gonna do none of that. But you and me sitting on a table and having any type of bond, it's over. The next thing is dealing with jealous haters is I read the room and I see intent in what people say. Now, the biggest reason why a lot of women can't even realize if their friend is a low-key hater is because a lot of women talk too much. They don't listen enough to what people are saying. When you don't listen enough to what people are saying, you can't catch certain things. But if you just learn and took the opportunity to be quiet and took the opportunity to listen to what people are saying to you, you'll be able to connect the dots. Be an observer, be a listener, not a talker. I tell you guys on this all the time. If you're meeting with a girl for the first time, you guys have never hung out, just watch her. Watch her mannerisms towards you. Watch what she's saying about her friends and her family. Watch what she's saying about her life. Hear everything that she's saying to help you understand if this is someone who will turn into a hater. The next thing is I realize that people who don't like me, it's their problem and not mine. There are people that I've never done anything to, that I've never had a conversation with, who don't like me. There are girls in high school who hate my guts. Ask them if they even know my phone number. Ask them if we've ever had a conversation exchange. Never. But they don't like me. Why? Because they're envious. Because they're jealous. If someone tells me that you don't like someone, I'm going to ask you why. And if you don't give me a solidified reason, like this person did something to you, you're a hater. I even had a friend of mine in the past in college who told me she didn't like someone. I'm like, oh wow, you don't like her? What did she do to you? Oh, I don't know. She didn't do nothing to me. I just don't like her. I said, you're being a hater. And she's like, why? I'm like, you're being a hater. If she's never done anything to you, why don't you like her? Hater is the only thing that comes to mind when someone doesn't like someone for no reason. And as you get older in life as women, you're going to understand that. The next thing that I did to deal with haters is I removed myself to protect myself. Like I told you guys before in my old video, there are certain places I don't go. There are certain things I don't do. There are certain people I don't affiliate myself with for the specific reason of me protecting myself. I don't go certain places. I don't hang out with certain people, and I don't associate myself with certain people because I need to protect myself, especially as a public figure. The next thing is the block and delete button works wonders. Like, you guys, thank you Apple, thank you every platform that has developed a block and delete button. When I tell you I will block someone before I ever think about arguing with them, hold on. Hello? Block and delete button, you guys. I just block and delete people. I do not, under any circumstances, Beyonce taught me that. Like, I do not argue and go back and forth with people. If you think I'm gonna argue and go back and forth with you, honey, you are crazy, and you probably had way too many shots of whiskey. I am not going back and forth with anyone. And yes, I block people in real life too. And the last thing that I do to deal with haters is I don't trust anyone and I disengage. I was watching Selling Sunset the other day where Brie, which I absolutely love, the other girl, I forgot what her name was, brought two girls that was Brie's enemies to a party. Okay, so that's if you guys know women, that's a very strange thing to do, to bring a girl's enemies to her parties that you don't even know like that, just to spike her out. So don't trust anyone. Don't trust anyone, and learn to disengage. That is how you deal with haters. There's a lot more that I can do, but the number one thing you need to remember, if someone hating on you, you are doing something right. Remember that song? If you don't have no haters, honey, you are not popping.